Hi. Explain gender schema theory and describe its contribution in explaining the personality of a housewife in a traditional family. 15 marks. This question has been asked in civil service exams in 2022, psychology paper 2. So we will discuss its model answer. I will give you some hint. See, first you should discuss about what is gender schema theory. Schema means mental framework, particularly cognitive framework. So gender schema means our knowledge framework about gender. For example, for male, female, transgender. So what is gender schema theory? Try to understand. Gender schema theory says that individual out of experience during socializations develop some schema. As you know, the schema is a network of concept, framework about something. For example, we have teacher or a schema of teachers. You understand how a teacher is like, what he does, something like that. So through experience, children develop some schema about boys, girls, and then that schema, that mental framework, starts guiding their role expectations, their behavior, particularly towards gender. That what is male behavior, female behavior, appropriate behavior, like that. So gender schema theory, as the name suggests, is a concept of social psychology in the context of gender, and that explains that how gender roles, for example, women should be humble, very polite, and males should be assertive. These kind of things. So these kind of things are observed, actively observed by children, and they develop. And that, see, if you ask me that gender schema theory. So schema is nothing but mental framework. Mental, you can say, framework. Some people may say cognitive framework, yes. Knowledge framework, yes. That help us to understand something. Getting? So we have a knowledge schema for gender also. What does it mean when I say girl and boy? There is something, a knowledge framework is there. So this is suppose boy framework and this is girl framework. So this framework, boys are like that, boys do this thing, boys do not do this thing. They start, this is a cognitive, largely cognitive, but I will let you know that some people have said that even emotions is also embedded. So this cognitions starts, influencing behavior, beliefs towards gender. जैसे हम बॉय हैं, बॉयज़ तो बॉयज़ के बारे में कैसे सोचता है, उसके साथ कैसे बिहेव करता है, दैन हाउ अ बॉय वुड बिहेव towards girl, something like towards transgender. So this schema will start getting. So all the stereotypes, all the stereotypes, attitude, prejudices is partly because of this gender schema. Understood? So what is gender schema theory? In simplest term, if you ask me, the gender schema theory is the schema about gender that develop in social context, and this theory says that how this schema is responsible for the behavior, social behavior toward genders. हम जेंडर के प्रति, यानी कि विमेन के प्रति, मेन के प्रति, ट्रांसजेंडर के प्रति जिस प्रकार से बिहेवियर करते हैं, उसमें हमारा इस सोशल कॉग्निशंस का रोल होता है. ये जो हम बात कर रहे हैं जेंडर स्कीमा, दिस इज जेंडर स्कीमा इज नथिंग बट सोशल कॉग्निशन. जो हमारा जेंडर के प्रति कॉग्निशंस होता है वो गाइड करता है. अंडरस्टूड? फर्दर, this theory has been first, given by us American social psychologist. Many people have given, but she is given Sandra. Sandra. She's a social psychologist. She has worked a lot on in the context of what gender. So gender schema theory is often credited with this person. So she's a American social psychologist. Social psychologist. Getting? So she has proposed this theory to explain the behavior of individuals towards gender, how expectations develops, how differences comes in behavior, and that is almost automated. So she says that how cognition is influencing beliefs and behavior. Understood? And it could be responsible for when we talk about a schema. So this schema that we carry could be self perpetuating. She has used this term, self perpetuating. Means once you hold this schema, you may start focusing on those things that confirm your schema, and you may discount those things that do not confirm your schema. You may ignore those things that do. So self perpetuating, how it maintain itself. Getting? Self perpetuating. So gender schema is this. Now the second part of the question, and another person is Carol Martin. This person says that even emotion schema is not purely cognitive. There are role of emotions in gender schema. Means when we develop some schema, for example, towards women, towards men, so you have some load of emotion also. So this framework, so-called schema, is not just purely cognitive. It may have influence of liking, disliking, and many other things. So this is a very complex structure, but Sandra was emphasizing about the cognitions. Getting? But further, Carol Martin and other individuals have emphasized that there is a role of emotion also. Anyway, whatever be the reason, explanation is the same. Now second part is that how it influences, how it says that, describe its contribution in explaining the personality of a housewife. Okay. Now personality, suppose a girl's after marriage, when she goes to another place, then she also carries the gender schema with her. Gender schema is not only acquired by opponent person, like boys will acquire a schema for girls, not like that. Boys will acquire a schema for boy also and girl also. Okay, so a girl will carry that schema after when she goes to the in-laws also over there. And see, when she enters the house, she know very well that what is expectation, gender role expectation. This is the key term. Remember, gender roles is a key term. You should use this thing. And what are gender roles? It is implicitly present in the mind, and she expect the same thing also. Expectation is also same. So when she sees the same thing, there is no contradiction. Then what was present in her own house, now in in-laws house also things are same. So what kind of personality she develop? Question is this thing. Now personality is nothing but your characteristics, way of thinking, feeling and behaving. So at large, gender personality at large, जैसे women की personality, men की personality, something like that I am doing, not individuality. Here gender personality. So women at large, how it is said, many researchers have, Indian psychologists have written that women are socialized to be women, girls are socialized to be women. B. Kupuswamy का मैं बराबर कहता हूँ He say that girls are socialized to be a girl, boys are socialized to be a boy. There are there are reinforcement in the society, the way children are reared up in society. There are embedded mechanisms. This is social learning. There is a reward and encouragement and punishment, reward and punishment. So through various mechanisms, children acquire this behavior. So now, when she enters, what is the personality? She try to conform to the social roles. She try to stand appropriate on the expectation of the in-laws. Getting that वो दूसरे के घर से आई है, अब यहाँ पे एक जो गर्ल का एक्सपेक्टेशन बिहेवियर होता है वो शो करे. अब वो जरा सा भी कंट्राडिक्ट करे तो देखो कैसे उसको कमेंट आना शुरू होगा. यू आर गेटिंग. सो देयर आर मैकेनिज्म दैट विल रीइंफोर्स द जेंडर रोल बिहेवियर. So social schema, gender schema is in there also, and now because of that schema, she will try to conform, and no any resistance will come from inside. Traditionally speaking, I am traditional housewife की बात हो रही है. मॉडर्न में नहीं, मॉडर्न में तो कहेगा मैं क्यों, मेरा भाई क्यों नहीं करेगा, हो रहा है. बट ट्रेडिशनली या हस्बैंड तुम क्यों नहीं खाना बना सकते, आपने सुना ही होगा कि मैं क्यों बनाऊं, तुम क्यों नहीं, मैं भी वर्क करके आ रही हूँ. दिस इज मॉडर्न वन. बट ट्रेडिशनली दिस थिंग दैट सेल्फ फुलफिलिंग प्रोफेसी, ये जो सेल्फ फुलफिलिंग प्रोफेसी है, इसको अगर हम ले लें अगर पूरा, तो इसमें जेंडर रोल स्कीमा का भी रोल है. कि दैट because of that cognitive framework, that is cognitive emotional framework, gender framework in general, that schema guides behavior. So male will be male. एक बुक लिखा था ना कि men are from the Mars and कुछ ऐसा ही था, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ, कि दैट कि दोनों का स्वभाव अलग है, वो तो नेचर पे लिखा था. लेकिन यहाँ सोशलाइजेशन पैटर्न की बात करो, दैट because of this schema, individual from different gender will start behaving different way, और वो अपने बिहेवियर को मेंटेन रखते हैं क्योंकि वो जो बिलीफ्स है वो रियलिटी में भी बदलता है ना. तो जेंडर स्कीमा का बहुत बड़ा रोल जो है वो कंसिस्टेंसी दैट वी ऑब्जर्व इन जेंडर बिहेवियर. जैसे दुनिया में मोरलेस अगर आप घूमें तो वीमेन के बहुत सारे बिहेवियर कॉमनली मिल जाएंगे, मेन के कॉमन मिल जाएंगे, है ना. तो ये बायोलॉजिकल कारण से है या जेंडर स्कीमा के कारण से भी है, ये क्वेश्चन है. एक तो होता है कि जीन के कारण से एग्रेसिवनेस जैसे ज़्यादा होता है ना मेल में, तो ये तो जीन के कारण भी है. लेकिन इन पार्ट इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ जेंडर स्कीमा ऑल्सो, बिकॉज गर्ल्स एक्सपेक्ट दैट गर्ल्स शुड बी डोसाइल, गर्ल्स शुड नॉट बी वेरी एग्रेसिव. गेटिंग. सो इन पार्ट दिस जेंडर स्कीमा थ्योरी ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन. तो दोनों का एक्सप्लेनेशन हम यूज़ करते हैं. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट. तो इसका क्वेश्चन का क्या आंसर करना है, पहले एक्सप्लेन कर दो व्हाट इज जेंडर स्कीमा थ्योरी, एंड देन हाउ पर्सनालिटी, मतलब एट लार्ज बोलना है, इंडिविजुअल की पर्सनालिटी नहीं, विमेन की पर्सनालिटी, मेल की पर्सनालिटी, ट्रांसजेंडर की पर्सनालिटी, व्हाट हम जनरल बोल रहे हैं. अच्छा, हाउस वाइफ ही बताना है, हाउस वाइफ का जो होता है कि खाना मुझे ही बनाना है एंड मेल को तो वर्क करना है, ये स्कीमा डेवलप हुआ है ना. And directly and indirectly implicit bias will be observable and very clearly observable. जो कर रहा है उसको पता नहीं होगा because this cognition is guiding, but because of this schema there will be some implicit biases and this person will process the information in that way. ये पूरा देखिए किस तरीके से सोशल रोल का हमारे सोशल कॉग्निशन का बहुत बड़ा इम्पैक्ट होता है सोशल रोल पे या इन एक्सपेक्टेशंस पे. इसी के बारे में ये थ्योरी है. आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस थिंग. इसी को अच्छे से अगर आप लिखेंगे तो आपके मार्क्स बहुत अच्छे आ जाएंगे. थैंक यू.